Welcome to the Divine Alchemizing Warrior 18. And let me tell you, you were dealing with someone who was doing too much. They were being too messy. They were being messy in their personal life with you. They were being messy in their professional life. And now they are full of remorse, regret, and guilt. I mean, they were just sleeping around with people. And they wanted you to feel insecure about yourself for some reason. They wanted you to envy them and have low self-esteem. I mean, I'm not understanding why people would want to be in a relationship with somebody just to make them jealous. I mean, do you really have to be intimate with a person and then try to make them jealous of you? Want them to envy you? Want them to be full of insecurity? I mean, the person was just doing too much. And all along, you thought that they were your person, your other half is what I wanted to say. You read it there. They could have been a Gemini. They could have had Gemini in their charts. Could have been an air sign, or you could be a Gemini or air sign. Now let me tell you, this person that you were dealing with, okay, they have the law coming after them. They have done something, and it has something to do with a contract. Okay? Something that they was committed to, something that they signed. And wait a minute. Or if it's now for some of you, I'm also getting that subscribe, like, and comment. I will appreciate you forever. Somebody could have been committed to another person. Okay. But rather it's a contract, a professional contract, or a personal contract. This person has dealings with the law. They've done something where as though they had to go to court. And if you ask, what I'm getting is that they missed the court date, or that they did not go to court. Okay. Yeah. They did not fulfill the terms in the contract. Now they're out sleeping with people, wanting you to be insecure about yourself, want you to be jealous, want you to have self-doubt, while they sleep around and lust from person to person to person. And you're enhancing your spirituality. You're educating yourself more. You're practicing yourself more. And you have upgraded. Because you have done that, you have upgraded. You weren't sleeping around. You weren't being promiscuous. You wasn't lusting after people. You were focused on yourself, and they were out here being messier than mess. Okay, so we're going to find out what lies behind all of this messiness, this person. Yeah, they could have left you feeling abandoned. Okay? And you could have left them as well. We're going to find out more information. Somebody feels rejected. Somebody feels abandoned. Somebody feels left behind. Divine, what lies beneath all of this mess for the warriors? What lies beneath all of this? Yeah. Them knowing that they messed up terrible. Yeah. All that guilt. They know they messed up. They messed up all the way around the book. They are literally messing up their life. By being so messy, by doing so, they like extra with everything. You know how somebody pile up a lot of food on their plate, and then they try to eat it all and make themselves so sick that they throw up. Yeah, this is the analogy of that. They eat so much, they do so much here, and they do so much there, and they do so much there, and it's a mess, and it's all negative. It isn't positive. They know they fucked up. They know it. And it's driving them crazy. It's driving, they're pulling their hair out. They're not getting the sleep that they need to function. Okay? And you fighting for yourself. Because they want to fight for what they love, but they don't want to do right. But you're fighting for yourself. Because you do have self-esteem. You are claiming love for yourself. You're meditating. You're enhancing your spirituality. You're upgrading. You're transforming. While they out here doing the most in every area of their life. Every area of their life. They just messing it up. What else, Divine? Somebody's pregnant. Somebody needs to take a pregnancy test. Is it you, warrior? Do you need to take a pregnancy test? Are you unsure? They're going to try to fight. Ooh, somebody is pregnant or believe they're pregnant. Somebody thinks they're pregnant. So if you think you're pregnant, you get a pregnancy test. You should know that you can purchase that from the store. Okay. You might have caught the person with red lipstick stains on their person. Okay. Somebody's expecting a new beginning. And someone has, the police is after them. Now remember I said that the law was after them? It just confirmed it again. The police was actually riding around looking for this person. Is looking for the person that you know, the person that's doing the most. And it has something to do with some contract that they did not fulfill. So what I'm getting, this, I feel as though someone was in an industry or dealing in an industry where they didn't have a license, didn't fulfill an obligation with a license, without a license, and someone sued them. For some of you, somebody got sued and a lot of money is involved. So yeah, it used to be a love story. Once upon a time, it was a love story between you and this person. But they want to sleep around. They want to manipulate people out of their money. But you had to kick them to the curb. Okay? They said they hate nothing about you, but you had to kick them to the curb because they hate nothing about you, but they want you to envy them. They wanted you to be dependent on them. They want you to be, yeah, that's what they wanted. But the divine is saying to expect new beginnings with someone who is stable, who has that emperor energy, because you've been putting in your spiritual work. You've been practicing your spiritual work, your spirituality. You've been learning, reading more, practicing more, because you want a new beginning. And you expect it. Make sure you get that pregnancy test if that's you. Could be someone else though, that you know, because they sleeping around. But warrior, if you think you're pregnant, then get that test. Yeah, you're going to be in contact with someone that hates nothing about you. Subscribe, like, and comment. I will appreciate you forever. Okay. And I know some of you were using protection with this person because you had a feeling that you wasn't sure, but you had a feeling you were using protection with this person. You had an idea that they were out there loose as a goose, lusting, because that's what they do. They lust. But guess what? You said game is over. Game is over, and be cautious on your way out. because they getting rid of evidence. They're going to try to come back and give you some messy information and get rid of evidence because they don't think you know, but you know. Okay? They were toxic. They were toxic. Anytime someone is promiscuous and they want a relationship, oh, they're toxic. Yes, absolutely. And again, they envy you. They wanted you to envy them, but they envy you. That's why they wanted you to envy them, because they envy you. And they are have self-doubt. They have the insecurities. Okay? But they was caught. You caught them. Okay? They was caught. Yes. Caught cheating. They was exposed. Keeping with all their evidence a secret. The people they sleeping around with, keeping them a secret. But you found out. They was caught. But someone wants to reveal the truth. What was going on. Someone wants you to know the truth. And because they know the game is over, they're falling apart. Everything is unstable. And by now they're tired of the drama. But they created the drama. They in their feelings, having more sex. Okay, trying to sex away their feelings. That's what they're trying to do. Sex away their feelings. That's all. And now all those people that they done slept with, they trying to get rid of them. Because you said the game was over and you stepped up your game. Your eyes wide open. You caught them cheating, and now they want to throw away the evidence. Okay? But I don't think so. What was hitting in their heart? What was actually hitting in their heart, Divine? This messy person. Messy on the job. Or in their field of work. However they made their money, they was messy. Messy in their personal relationship. What was hidden in their heart? What's their heart secret? They was influenced by third parties. They kept a negative mind, which hexed them. Someone could have put a hex. It's not funny, but someone could have hexed them with witchcraft. I mean, when you sleeping around a lot of people in this day and time, okay? In this day and time, you can expect to be hexed or cursed, okay? When you're dealing with a lot of people, you can expect to have attachments, spiritual attachments, as well as third-party attachments, or your peers who are always in your ear, influencing you. You know, it's just going in and out and in and out your ear, in and out your ear, okay? All that negativity will curse you. When you surround yourself with negativity, when you are chasing and lusting behind other people, all of that will hex you. Okay? You're forming your own witchcraft. You're dealing with people who may put a hex on you because you're just dealing with so many people. If you stay with your with one person, you can limit or reduce the chances of people. Subscribe, like, and comment. I will appreciate you. Wanting to spiritually and physically damage you in a negative way. And I don't know why people like to go to their friends and tell their friends all of their business as if they are licensed counselors, therapists, psychologists, when 9 times out of 10 they're not. They'll go to males, if they have sisters, they will go to their sisters, asking them, your sisters don't know the best option to do. Trust me, your higher self knows the best option. I don't know why people don't go to their higher selves and go to their partner to work it out, but your sisters, your family, your friends, their friends do not have the answer. Giving them some false information. That's what can happen. I don't care if your friends or your family members or relatives or whomever are married. If they are not professionals, a lot of times they're really not in your best interest. They're going to tell you something that's not going to work out for you. Because you don't know who may be jealous of your relationship. You don't know who may not like your spouse for whatever reason. A lot of times you do not know. You may sense something and then brush it off as if, you're not going to pay attention to that flag that you noticed. Even if you notice a family member or a friend rolling their eyes at your mate, you may brush that off. You can't do that. If I see someone rolling their eyes at my mate, I'm going to keep that in mind. Because after I see something like that, I'm going to really start paying attention to the things that you say to me when it comes to my mate. I don't let people get in my relationships, and I don't go to people asking them for their help. If they're not a licensed professional and neutral in the situation, I do not ask you for your help. I go to my higher self, or I go to my mate. I don't know why people do that. That's the dumbest thing in the world in this day and time. Okay, and now, they daydreaming, fantasizing about you. Why? Because the game is over. They know they messed up. They know you're going towards a new beginning because that's what you want. If game is over with them, they know you're headed for a new beginning. And they may have someone pregnant. That may not be you. Trying to be slick. So let me get subscribe, like, and comment. So now they only want you, but it's too late. They crave you. They crave you. Yep. So what's the answer? You gotta draw from this oracle deck. What is the answer? Oh, that's too many. So well, maybe it's not too many. So the divine is saying, now that you have new beginnings, that you should flirt. Okay. You should flirt. Expect love. Become attached to someone new who craves only you. Who craves only you. Okay, the divine is saying take the risk. Okay, go ahead and take the risk. When this person comes in, you meet someone new, you feel those good vibes, take the risk. Flirt with them. Even lust for them. You could do a little bit of lusting now. Okay, for that one person. But it's gonna be only you. That masculine is coming in and it's going to be only you. See that there? Only you. Devoted, attached. You're going to crave each other. Subscribe, like, and comment. I will appreciate you forever. Okay, your life is good. It's like a book because you have the wisdom, you have the experience, you have the authority, the immortality. Your life from going from a hexed or cursed situation to new beginnings. Okay.